And see, my thing about that also is like, I think a lot of times, especially because the day and age that we are in, because social media is so big, it's such a powerful thing. A lot of people get wrapped up in it, which I really believe strongly that you use that as a platform, to socialize and stuff like that, but don't look at it as I post something, and even if you have 1,000 or 1,000,000 followers, it's not like you post something and you're rich. Like none of that shit matters. I mean, it's just like for me.
Mastermind family, welcome back to the show. I am your host JoJo, and today is Artist Motivation, where we bring on the hottest, latest artists that are doing their thing, and we just want to provide some motivation to you guys so that you guys can go and create amazing stuff. And so today's special guest is Jay Sterling. Jay Sterling, tell yourself to the people. And before we get this show started, we gotta do the sign-up call for the day, right? Mastermind family in the building. And so Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, man.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Sterling Cartoons, or Jay Sterling, or whatever you want to call me, either or. I'm the founder of Galileo Studio, which is basically my own independent anime and manga company. Hopefully in the future we'll spin off to other entertainment as well, but for now that's what we focus on.
Okay. Well, nice introduction, Jay. So, tell the people how you guys started and even wanting to be an artist and a creator, man.
Dang, well, JoJo, I've been drawing since I probably could walk, to be honest. I used to scroll in the back of chairs and in the kitchen and do all kind of crazy stuff. So that kind of started it off. I grew up in the 90s, so I grew up in that golden age where it was Pokemon,
right?
Dragon Ball Z, which is Return, but before
before the Super.
Yeah, before Super and everything. So it was a magical time. So that really helped and boost my imagination in things. And I never wanted to grow up necessarily being a starving artist per se. So I figured if I was able to get into cartoons and animation and stuff like that, eventually that I could be a millionaire.
Okay. I dig it, man. That's so true, because how many times have artists been I'm doing it, because it's my passion. I'm like, that's great. You should continue to have that, but you got to make some money too, right? I mean, you got to eat.
It's definitely a passion, but I definitely believe in turning it into a business. You can't ignore that side of it for sure.
So how do you balance the two? Because there's the passion and then there's the business. So how do you make it cohesive where everything's running?
Just be passionate about business.
Oh, come on.
You gotta be passionate, because at the end of the day, you all want to do, but some people don't really care to spin it off into that. But I feel like you want to do what you love, and if you do what you love, it never feels like you're working at the end of your life. Okay. But if you're not turning it into revenue, I mean, bills still come. How you gonna keep your lights on when you're not trying to get the money, So,
that's true. Okay.
Sides.
So when you first started your journey, how did you start bringing in revenue? Could you tell us a little bit about that process?
Yeah, I'm not balling by any means. I want nobody to think that, because I'm going to be really real. I'm still hustling and trying to get to where I need to be. But definitely in this season, I'm not in now. I have made, I'm not going to say a lot of money, but I made more money than I ever have. As far as my art is concerned, just by branding myself the right way, and targeting my target audience, trying to research, what that is and how can I get to them, and what type of way should I guess present my art to where that I can sell it, or what things can I sell to people that they would be willing to buy to make money from.
Okay, so within that research that you're doing and that you found to that's your target audience, how did you actually market it? And just because there's gonna be artists that well, if I make this thing, and I'm just gonna post it one time, then everybody will come and I'll make all the money. Help people see how they could position themselves better, and what you did.
And see, my thing about that also is I think a lot of times, especially because the day and age that we are in, because social media is so big, it's such a powerful thing. A lot of people get wrapped up in it, which I really I really believe strongly that you use that as a platform, you know, to socialize and stuff like that, but don't look at it as I post something, and even if you have 1,000 or 1,000,000 followers, it's not like you post something and you're rich, you know, like none of that shit matters. I mean, it's just, like for me, like my book Happy Here, I was able to actually get that a part of a school system recently before the school year ended last year. And I don't think thank you. and I don't have millions of followers. I mean, anybody can go on my Instagram and see that. But as far as me handling my business, I was blessed with the opportunity to, you know, just present it and bring myself to the next level. And I got, you know, of course I got money from that. So
yeah. Yeah.
So as a children's artist or a writer or whatever, I just looked at it as I need to get into the schools and get my stuff into schools. That's where my target demographic is. So that's just, I guess, a part of me doing the research and trying to find out, you know, like what ways I can do that elevate and everything.
That's awesome. Like that's amazing. And you got paid. Tell them this is not a free show. This is not a free show.
Everybody, if you go down my Facebook feed and you see people commenting asking me to draw them stuff, you will see that it's nothing is for free. And I let everybody know that it's this and that. Even I do designs. I do freelance work too, so I do a lot of like portraits. I'm trying to do those now, but I do a lot of graphics and logos and stuff like that. And I do charge a low hefty fee for that.
How much you charge? Just tell the people.
It depends on what it is. Right now, if you see me doing graphics and stuff like that, like logos for people, you can expect that they paid at least $150 up or $250 up.
That's a good fee.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
right?
That's fair. But it's from where I'm at right now. You know?
So it's gonna be like 1,000, you know, a couple years from now, right?
Maybe
a couple months. Maybe a couple months.
So, a couple months. It could be.
Yeah, because like, you know, your work is like, you know, gold, and I'm serious, man. Like when you treat it like that and you think about it like that, you're like, you know, my work is valuable, so I know how much it's worth, and you're gonna pay this, and if you're not, that's okay. You know, I have customers waiting at the door. You know, I'm not gonna be begging. So, I guess a question for you is like, what was like your inspiration? What has been your inspiration to create? Like, what inspired you to create?
But not like earlier I was talking about Pokemon and DBZ. Like a lot of people say, you know, that they're inspired by those, but I literally would sit down and draw nothing but Pokemon characters, DBZ for hours. So growing up as a kid, those were definitely my main influences, and you can definitely see like Nintendo in my art style, like for sure. And then as I became into like a man or an adult, I got deeply into Hayao Miyazaki. I was able to pull up all his movies and everything, and those strengthened me, I feel like, as a writer, because his movies always have like a deep meaning into them, whether it be like about the environment or with elders or how you should treat people.
Yeah.
I feel like the combination of those things really molded me into the artist and, you know, creator that I am right now.
That's beautiful. That's true, because right. Like, I'm gonna take it back. Like, there's always some type of hidden meaning with some of these mangas or animes that, you know, are pushed out there. You know, whether it's like Naruto, always believing in yourself and just like, you know, helping people, or if it's like Evangelion's like more like, you know, psychology, you know, based type of, you know. But there's always some type of meaning, and so that's pretty cool that that's what's inspired you to like kind of create, you know, Happy Hare. But I know there's other titles that you have. Why don't you go ahead and tell some of the people, you know, what those are?
I have, oh my god, I did a one-shot before called D-Spirit. I entered that for Shonen Jump. I might return that. That one I really feel terrible about, because I wasn't really able to finish the one-shot. When I submitted it, I actually wound up catching the chicken pox when I was doing it. Yes, I caught the chicken pox when I was doing it. I remember I was so enraged because I had planned it, the whole story and everything.
Yeah.
Just like towards the end when I was ready to finish it. Like, catching the chicken pox as an adult, you cannot move. Like, you can't move. Like, your bones are aching. Like, you can barely move. So I couldn't finish that. So that's one.
Okay. Yeah.
I always remember that one because that for some reason. Then I have another one called The Fantastic Tale of Folklore. I had that on Webtoons, and it's on Metabang. So overall, that one has like, I don't even know how many views it has, like probably 40,000 reads or something. So that one I want to bring back too. I don't know if I want to redo it or not, but I'm actually getting into animation, so I'm learning that instead of redoing the comics, I can just kind of redo them when I animate them. So
okay,
might just republish it. Then of course Happy Hare, and then I also have another title called Faith McGrace, which I'm working on. Hopefully I'll be releasing it sometime next year.
Ooh, okay. So like that, you're doing a lot of stuff, man. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, it's bravo. So like, what were some of like the lowest times when you were going through your, you know, creativity experiences when you were just kind of putting out there to people? What were some of those lowest moments, and how did you pull out of it and still triumph and, you know, prosper through those times? And what'd you do?
I've had a lot of low moments. One time I was living house to house. I did not have a stable home. That's when I was working on folklore. I wasn't even in the same professional mindset as I am now, but it was just a project that I really wanted to get done at the time.
Yeah.
Even going through that, I still worked on it from house to house. Every house I went to, I still worked on that. Even prior, I don't know. I'm trying to think as far as like a really, really. I mean, I know it from time to time. Anyway, it's depressing when you work on stuff and you feel like nobody's buying this, nobody's buying that, you know. But every now and then, you will have people that come along and believe in what you're doing and everything. So kind of really when I got to deal with the school, that really helped elevate and push me as a whole.
Yeah.
I want to say it really made me value my work a lot more because it was like I'm coming before the school board, you know, the school council and stuff like that, and they're looking at my stuff like, wow, like kids will really appreciate that. Yeah. So that specific thing really added a lot of value to my work. So I want to say before then, I don't know, I just kept pushing. Art just means so much to me. I could be crippled and still try to draw. Like, like I never really was like, I just don't want to draw. Like, I just never, even if I feel like that maybe for a day or something, I can be mad and still pick up and draw. Like, I can be like, I don't want to draw and still draw. Like, I just can't help it.
That's good. That's that, how can I say, that's that persistence and resilience. You'd be like, I'm crippled and like still, you know, doing your work.
I can't help it. You know why I'm like that? Because this is going off topic, but because I really looked up to. I also have to mention Osamu Tezuka. Okay. I really looked up to him, and when I learned that the amount of drawings that these people were drawing, like per day, like they don't even
sleep.
Like I can't even get close to that because I still work. But I would, like, when I'm working on my manga, I will sit down and draw like 10 pages a day. So I try to get closer, you know, to what they do, but not really all the way there.
Yeah, I mean, but that's good. That leads into the next question. So you draw 10 times a day. So like with your 10 pages a day, right?
When I'm working on manga, I draw 10 pages a day.
Okay, so what about animation?
Yeah, the animation I'm just getting into. This is like something I just announced with you because I haven't told anybody about it yet. Okay. It's a little secret.
Okay. We'll leave that off for another day. It's a lot. The animation is a lot because now you're talking about moving into thousands of drawings. So I'm working on something that I'm animating by myself, and when people see it, they'll be very impressed. But I drew the entire thing, and it is more than 6 minutes long. Okay. When can we expect that to come out?
I don't have any dates.
all right. We be all secretive. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't have any dates. I don't know if I want to show snippets of it when it's done or not. But for now, I don't have anything that I want to show.
Fair enough. So, like, all right, Jay. So, tell us, what is something you wish somebody had told you before you got started on your journey?
Oh my God. My biggest thing that they could have told me was not to depend on other people and don't think that other people are gonna be your key to success. Now, there's nothing wrong with networking and getting with people, and then you're sharing a common interest, and you're both helping each other to grow and stuff like that. And I also am blessed enough to have these family friends. I call them now. They invested in me and everything. So there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times, you like.
Yeah, no, it's good because you want those people to support you, right?
You do, but it's hard. And then a lot of times you feel like you need this or you need that, and you don't need nothing. Like I said, when that little situation with the schools happened with me, that was really, that was God aligning that blessing to happen. But it was me taking full advantage of it. And then by that happening, I really believe that people need to see how serious you are about something they want to invest in. But prior to that, I depended a lot on this person because this person is gonna make me famous and this and that, which they possibly could. But you still have to put the work in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't go to somebody with a blank slate just because they famous or this and that, and you expect them to bring you up.
Right. That's a fair statement, because like it's almost like you're not relying on anybody for your success. You're depending on you for your own success, and there's gonna be people who are gonna come in and like may add on to your success already, but like you're not counting on them. You're not dependent on them. You're like, if it's up to me, it's gonna be me. Like.
Right.
So.
Right. And it's Team Afro. I'm very spiritual, so I believe that God aligns the right things to fall in line when you align yourself to receive them in the right way.
Okay. Very good. So, like, next big thing. All right. You told us some of the projects that you're working on, right? But like,
yes.
Which one of those would you say is your favorite? Like, that is like something that you, like, that's you, like, you're attached to it. Like, that's your number one out of all the things you've created. Well, which one of those?
Dang. I hope you got like some time, because I got two different.
We got time, man. Come on.
Got some time? Okay. Because I have two, and I have to break them down to both. I have to break both of them down.
Okay.
One, this animation is like the most important thing I've ever worked on in my whole entire life.
Really?
Really? And I don't really want to go into, because I don't people be nosy, and I don't really want to go into detail. It's important, and it's not some YouTube shit. It's really important. So
okay.
I've been slaving for this for a while, for months now. I've been keeping it quiet. Yeah, your eyes open. I've been slaving on it for real. I closed the website down and everything just to focus on this one entire thing. So I'm working on this for a while. So this is the most important thing, and it looks amazing. So that's that.
Ooh, okay. Dang. Okay.
Then the other thing, folklore, like that is my baby. Like that actually, like that came before Happy and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I worked on folklore years ago, back when I didn't have no job or nothing. Like I did the whole entire story and everything. So that really is my baby right there. So that's why I'm like, I go back and forth and wanting to do the whole thing over or just continue it.
Yeah.
But I probably won't touch it again until after I do this, finish this project, animation project I'm working on. But those two are like my things, and then of course Happy, like he has to do the animations.
Okay. Very good, but hey, I'm excited for you, man. I'm very excited. I'm ready to see that animation. But I know you don't want to talk about it, so we're gonna move on. But something that I'm very curious about is like, what do you actually do to like improve your work? Like, how do you, from when you started, from youth to now, what would you say was the key things of like improving your work, your craft? How did you master your craft?
That's a good question. I think I have to be careful what I say, because I don't, like, a lot of times as artists, we like compare ourselves to other people. So not necessarily comparing yourself to other artists, but I think it's looking at art, whether it's a big brand or just another artist that you know,
yeah,
and taking things that you admire and maybe try to just incorporate some of those things into your style. I never try to force myself to like, you have to get better at this. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm working to get more better on like backgrounds and stuff. And since I'm drawing on the iPad, I've actually been getting a lot better at drawing the backgrounds. But yeah, I never force myself. I feel like if you just draw a lot, your style can't help but to just get better anyway. And then, like I said, if you're looking at certain art or certain things that you follow, it's just really just, you know, we're visual people, so whatever we see, we're gonna pick up anyway. And if you just see those things and maybe study how they're like making them a certain way, then you know it'll help you just incorporate those type of things into your art style.
Okay. So, out of like the major artists that you know, or just creators, who would you say was like your role model, or you know, somebody you look up as a mentor?
Now, we talking about regular people or?
We talking anybody, man. We talking about anybody that you would consider your mentor. You say regular people. Boy, you had a lie. You had a lie for that one.
You say?
I said you had a lie for that one. You say regular people.
Not boiling yet. I'm regular. I've been saying regular people. You know, people be big headed, but they're really regular people. But no, okay, like I said, of course, Hayao Miyazaki, Ken Sugimori, who's the official artist for Pokemon.
Yep.
I think I already said Osamu Tezuka.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely I'll be lying if I say I didn't admire Masashi Kishimoto, Tai Kubo.
Okay.
I don't even know the artist of My Hero Academia because it's new. I love that. Whoever is drawing Full Metal Alchemist, I love that.
Right.
Of course, Akira Toriyama. That's
of course. Okay.
And those are the major. Now, as far as regular, I'm gonna be real. I like white manga. I like his flow a lot.
Okay.
I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna run off this camera.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Fuck it. Okay, so I love his style. At first, we were really young, you know. So at first, when I first saw him, it was off of YouTube. So I was like, well, his style reminds me a lot of Kubo.
Yeah.
But now I feel like his style has grown into his own thing, and I think that he is an absolute beast. Like, with all due respect to him, he's amazing. So I love his style. Mikhail Dingo Sebastian.
Okay.
I love his stuff. I've told him multiple times I love his stuff. I'm more attracted to like more cartoony stuff. So maybe his earlier works of Lux Nova that wasn't like as much detail, I'll cling to those more because it reminded me more of my style. So I like those a lot. Definitely Jay Oden. That's a good bop. Yeah, I love him. I tell him all the time that he's gonna be like the next. Is it Oda? You know Oda.
Oda. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the next One Piece. I tell him that all the time. I love his style. Who else? I'm sorry. I do gotta name them. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Severance, the one that does know something for the losers or something. You know what I'm talking about? Love sucks for these losers.
No, that does not ring a bell.
You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
He's very popular.
Okay.
I love his stuff. My other friend Fluffy Kid. Have you heard of that Demon Space?
That does not ring a bell.
It has it. He's popular too. I love his style a lot. Blake.
Okay, I know Blake.
You know who Blake is, right?
I know Blake.
I love Blake. I fucking adore him. And I love his art. He's like really super dope. I tell them all the time, like we be in like our DMs messaging each other all the time. Him and I hope I don't forgive anybody. Please forgive me if I did mention him. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. No, that's good. You know, you show love, and that's pretty cool that, you know, you guys like, you know, those are the people that, you know, you look at their art and it's really, you find it really fascinating.
And Action Hank, you know who that is? Action Beard Hank. If you don't know who he is, he's a master at using Copic markers. He actually, he used to, we never lived around each other, but we used to message each other on Facebook back in the days before he got really like
Blown up.
What'd you say?
I said before he blew up.
Yeah. So he's really talented. So those are all the ones that I like a lot.
That's awesome. Okay, so like one last question. What are some words of wisdom that you would like to impart on the show to the people who are just getting started, you know, or they are started but they're stuck, or they're in this kind of funk, or just people who are even experts, you know? What are some last words of wisdom that you'd like to put on the show?
Oh, awesome. I definitely say stay focused. Research what it takes to do what you're doing, whether it's publishing or animating or whatever it is. Don't think that college will stop you from doing those things, that money will stop you from doing those things, because there's all type of resources that you can use. The stuff that I use now, I pay for now, you know, because I get money and work.
Okay.
But they have GIMP, they have, you know, a whole bunch of stuff that you can use, I've seen people use. And also, like I said, the second thing, don't get too unraveled into social media, that because you have 100 followers and you press your art, that you're not, you know, that you're not crediting yourself as an artist or a professional. Like, don't let that stop you, because that's stopping the likes, but likes don't always equal into bags, or you know what I'm saying, or money. So don't think about it that way. I really need people to stop like getting into that, because it's not important. Like, if you look at my stuff, I barely post. If I post, I just want to do it. And the third thing, I forget.
Okay. No, those are some good words of wisdom, though.
What'd you say?
No, but those are some good words of wisdom, though. I mean,
I was gonna say one more thing. Just keep grinding. Don't be afraid to ask what you think that you're worth. I mean, obviously, you can ask for $1,000, but if you don't have that type of, you know, stuff behind you, maybe you shouldn't ask for that certain price.
that's true.
But for whatever level that you're at, don't be afraid to ask for it. And for me, I won't even lay my pen down until the money is not done. Just anybody who know me know that's how I am.
Like, I ain't putting no pen to paper until that transaction's complete.
I'm not doing nothing, period. Make sure all your stuff is copyrighted. I definitely have to tell people that. Make sure your stuff is copyrighted. Do not share any of your ideas or show them, especially in this day and age. People can screenshot, take stuff, flip it, you know, make sure everything is copyrighted. Put up your money, send it away, you know, do what you gotta do. What you gotta do. And that's it. Just be a professional. And that's it. That's all my advice.
Okay. Well, Jay, tell us, what are some of your social media handles, or where can people find you or contact you if they want to, you know, get in contact with you and ask you to do some artwork?
Yeah, definitely. You can hit me up on Sterling Cartoons. That's on my Instagram. That's on my Facebook. Right now, like I said earlier, because I'm working on this huge project, I don't have my setup at the moment, because I use it, you know, to post my comments and stuff. But if you do want to get in touch with me, just hit me up. Sterling Cartoons, Instagram, Facebook, and I will respond back to you.
And that's my family. That is gonna do it for the show. We appreciate Jay Sterling for being on the show, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.